Hey, what's up, YouTube? So, yeah, we're back again with another video. Looks like the game director has spoken, and I can't wait to get into this video. I am so excited to see what is the, what's going to be the outcome of this entire drama that has dropped on us. Without further ado, let's go ahead and take a look at this video from Stello Stylosa. Don't know how to pronounce that name right. I don't know if it's Stylosa or Stilosa. If you ever see this video, you can go ahead and just correct me. But yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at Stilosa's video here, and then I have some more content that we're going to take a look at right after this.
This is it. The game director's response to everything that has been happening with Helldivers 2 Escalation of Freedom, and its response and a comment on the balance in the game. And of course, the balance direction. So we're going to break all of this down. Now, of course, we've been waiting for this for quite a long time. We want to know what the devs are doing. We want to work it out. We want to see what they're saying. We want to see how they're responding to what has been going on. And we're going to take a look at this thread because, yeah, this is literally just dropped. You guys can see 21 minutes ago. This is official from Arrowhead. So let's break this down. Fellow Helldivers, I want to directly address the feedback you've raised about the Escalation of Freedom update. We've spent the last week listening to feedback, reflecting about the path ahead for Helldivers 2, and how we want to continue developing the game. In short, we didn't hit our target with the last update, or the latest update. Some things we just didn't get right, and other more fundamental inconsistencies in our approach to game balance and game direction.
Yeah, so it looks like, they're finally catching on to that. It was a bad idea to nerf all of the weapons, all of the actual things that actually worked at the time. This is, it reminds me of other games like I remember one time. I'm not sure if a lot of you guys y'all play the Isle that's watching this video, but I remember at one point the Isle had did an update where they had your stamina for your playable just deplete within minutes, and then you pretty much died just because you couldn't find food fast enough before your stamina depleted, and it was just chaos at the time. But they went back and they fixed it and repaired it up to the point to where you only lost stamina if you were under like a certain percentage of stamina and you would have to like kind of your playable would have to rest and get back over at least 60% or 50% or whatever that case may have been. But it was totally better than what they had ever had before that. So maybe this is one of those cases to where there is going to be an implementation of something similar to that, to where it'll be like maybe a percentage based of a thing. Maybe it could be where they're going to implement what is the word for that, like weapons decay, is what is the word that I'm looking for. So pretty much like your weapon will decay over time and you have to keep up with it. And as your weapon decays, the usefulness of that weapon decays, and you would have to use other weapons in your arsenal. And I think that would be a good implementation of this, instead of just doing what they did now, where they just completely just nerfed it. And now it pretty much no weapon works except for the one weapon that we saw with LT Buzz Lightyear that was talking about in our last video. So let's go ahead and look at some more of this video here, and let's see what the director had to say.
So that is an admission. The balance is broken, right? And the game is, the direction is all over the place. You kind of don't know what you're going to get from Helldivers. I think on the one side, You've got the players that want the OP weapons, the hordes of enemies to mow down. And then on the other side, you've got the balance devs seemingly want to make it more of like a realistic mill sim in a lot of ways, although a very light mill sim. And then they just don't compute. They actually don't compute, and they don't go together.
Yeah, see, making it into a mill sim with Helldivers, I don't know about that, you know. I mean, I do appreciate the realism that they're trying to add to this, you know, like there's like you have to like actually survive in this game, you know. You have to actually have skill. Like I really appreciate games like that, you know. But like trying to like calling it a mill sim, you know, I don't believe that's the approach that they're trying to go with this. It just seems to me that they are trying to make it, you know, not as easy as, you know, like some other games, you know, that are in this genre. Let's say, look how, well, I mean, what can I compare this game to? Because there's not really many games that is a yeah, what do have these stormtroop shooters? Is it stormtroop shooter? I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing that because it's been so long since I've actually played that game. But this is similar to Helldivers. See, now that would be considered maybe more of a mill sim or something like that. But um, this game here, I find it on the more arcadey side. You know, but it's a good kind of arcadey. It's not like one of those arcadey that where it's just annoying to even really play the game. You know, and just gets on your nerves to really just boot it up and just get into the game because you know that you're going to be in, you know, having an experience of, you know, just some watered down version of, you know, other games that you've played in the past, you know, like stormtroopers or, you know, maybe some forms of Call of Duty. You know, I like, yeah, like arcade games. Oh man, they are completely off of my list. I would never. Okay, let's go ahead and get back into this video and see what else he had to say here.
If anything, it's a failure to understand the reasons why the game became so popular. But anyway, that's an admission, so that's fine. Then goes on to say, all of that is on us, and we're going to own that. As many of you have pointed out, we agree, what matters now most is action, not talk. Yeah, this has been a narrative that's been running around with Helldivers for a while. This is because the devs and the community managers and you name anyone officially affiliated with Helldivers or Arrowhead, they do post quite a lot. They will say things, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. Johan was very active on Twitter for a while. He would say, hey, the game direction for balance is not great. I'm going to step down from the CEO position to become the CCO, the Chief Creative Officer, and I'm going to work with this. And then we see the next update comes out. Actually was pretty good, that next update. You know, a lot of people really enjoyed that. But we're a few updates down the line, the biggest update the game's ever had with Escalation of Freedom, and we've gone back 5 or 6 steps. It seems like there were words that were spoken, but there was no action that was actually done. It seems like I don't have this on the screen right. I've just noticed this. I apologize. I will move it. There we go. That would have sent me wild. If I was watching this video and I noticed that black line to the side there, I would have been like, what is this guy doing? He can't even frame it properly. What an idiot. Anyway. Yeah, things were said. Action was not taken. Action.
Yeah, so to comment on that, yeah, it's, you know, it's kind of, I don't even know the word that I'm looking for here because pretty much ridiculous the way that they would say like, hey, yeah, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. And then they drop the update, and then they done nerfed the best thing about the game. You know, like, come on. Like, what are you guys doing in that studio? Like, what is going on? You know, like, is there a missing communication going on? Like, is there someone that's, like, missing and missing out on meetings? Or, like, I don't know. You know, but, let's just watch a little bit more of this before we go and look at the other content that I have here for us to look at. It's a little older. You know, maybe a lot of y'all have already seen it, but we'll take a look at it anyway.
Needs to be taken, right? I think this is where you get the issue of the devs speaking in public a bit too much. The problem with gamers and communities that form around games is if you say something and you're an official source, it becomes official. If you say we're going to do this and the balance is going to get better, then it gets worse. Then we go, what are you talking about? You said it would get better. You know, you have to be very careful when you make the public statement. If anything, it felt like their internal comms were a bit too external, but whatever. I like that because it gets us, you know, we get to see what's going on.
Yeah, you know, that's what I was just saying. You know, it's like you know, it's supposed to be like some internal conversations going on, but everything is just kind of external. So like people are having conversations out in public that they was supposed to have in the meeting before this even went down. You know, like is wild. You know, it's a 2024.
Going on, but whatever. To that end, here's what we intend to do in the upcoming updates. Right, we're going to get into it now. How are they going to fix this? So this is the plan for the next 60 days. That's 2 months. That's a long time, right? So the first thing they're going to do is continue to re-examine our approach to balance. Our intention is that balance should be fun, not balanced for the sake of balance. Right. I mean, I wish they were a bit more... I wish that statement was a bit more direct, a bit more like, we're going to make the weapons powerful and fun, and we know they're not powerful and fun, and we're going to sort it. That would have been a good statement to make, instead of saying, like, hey, we're going to re-examine. Our intention is that balance should be fun, not balanced for the sake of balance. I mean, that you can kind of read that in a lot of ways.
Yeah, that is true, you know. So pretty much, see, a lot of people want to always push for games to be balanced, but let's break down balance for a little bit. So when you balance something, you know, what is balancing? Balancing is pretty much a straight line, right? You know, so it's like you can't go to the left, you can't go to the right. You can only be on this point here, or if you're not on this tip of the point, then, you know, everything is just in shambles, and you know, you completely like let's compare this to like a piece of string. You know, if you take a piece of string and then you pull it out on each end with your fingers, and then you try and balance a penny on that. You know, so if that penny goes to the left or goes to the right of that string, it's completely gonna fall off. You know, so pretty much with that being said, you know, you never want a game 100% balanced because it's not gonna be fun. You know, it's never fun. This is one of those cases where you're looking at right now where they're trying to get it 100% balanced. It's just not, you know, it's not what the community wants. You know, we don't want a 100% balanced game because we know 100% balance just means that there's one way to play the game, and if you don't play it that way, then you're out of balance, and you're gonna have a hard time with the game, and it's not gonna be fun. And that's what we're seeing here with this update. All right, let's go ahead and just look at a little bit more of this content here. I just kind of want to get through this page a little bit, and like I say, we're gonna look at the other content. Let's take a look.
In fact, you can read the first sentence there as like, right, you're still re-examining balance still. What is the balance direction in the game? It's not make it... Well, it is. It's make it realistic, make it not fun to use the weapons. It should be. Let's make the weapons fun. So I would have liked a statement there on what they're going to do with weapon balance. But I guess they're looking at it still, and they do want to make them fun, and you can read that in a lot of different ways. Fun to somebody who just wants to mow down loads of enemies is make the weapons really strong and really good, right? Which I think is most people. Anyway...
See, that's why I say that what they can do is they can implement a you know, like a decay system. Like your weapon decays over time. Like your weapon is really powerful in the beginning, but and then your weapon decays over time, and you would have to keep up with your weapon in order to keep it from decaying. And see, that would be a good system, you know, and it would kind of like balance out the game even more. You know, it would kind of, it's like in between that, being just completely useless, like weapons are now, to the point to where they are completely just overpowered. It would be that in between, because your weapon, if you don't keep it up, your weapon is going to become completely useless. And if you keep it up, your weapon can be very powerful, if not overpowered. Like that would be the system that I would like to see. Let's see what they're going to come out with over the next 60 days, which is a long time, like Stylosa say. Let's Let's take a look. Let's look at a few more lines. Let's get through this little passage here, and then we're going to move on.
Oh, here's a big one. Update how fire damage mechanic works to tweak how the flamethrower serves as a close range support weapon. A quick straight revert won't work, as it would break other things. So I was really worried about this. So there's no explanation given here as to why they made the flamer change, right? But him saying here, we can't do a revert, it will break other things. They obviously made this change for other reasons. I'm going to go out on a limb and say it was performance related. However, the stream of particles was getting formed when you fired that flamethrower, and however it applied its damage, and possibly the visual or the VFX, which were getting triggered on all the enemies. Maybe it was too much, and maybe it tanked performance in a way that they had to get rid of it. Again, that's just speculation. I don't know. Trying to bring the flamethrower back to how it was, I mean, this again is like 60 days to fix this, if that's what it's going to take. I know this is just within the next 60 days. So this.
All right, so 60 days. I would say let's go ahead and just translate this into months. So 60 days. There's 30 days in a month. There's 2 months, and you have to times that by. You have to times that by an extra month that there could be delays, or there could be anything that goes wrong. They're going to have a grace period in there, so we could be looking at this thing not being fixed until 2025. So that's what this here pretty much looks like to me. I could be wrong. I hope I'm wrong. But let's see what else we have here to look at.
Stuff could get fixed within a week or whatever. It's again breaking things, right? It worked anyway, but we've broke it. Now we've got to go back and make it work kind of close to how it used to work before. I'm disappointed with this, to be honest, guys. I thought it would be like, no, we're going to fix this and we're going to bring it back, and maybe even an explanation as to why they did it, because it's very odd. It was an insane change, and if anything, you had a fire-based war bond. You would think you'd want the fire weapons to be badass like they were, not shite like they are. And again, I don't know. If I was running that company, whoever made that decision to be in my office and explaining to me, I'd be like, what have you done, son? I probably would get sent to HR. Anyway, yeah. So flamethrowers are kind of going to come back. Rework gameplay to prevent excessive ragdolling. Okay, this I can get behind. This I can actually get behind. The Impaler throws you across the map constantly, but it's not the bugs that are the issue, it's the bots. Ragdolling against the bots is so frustrating. You've got, like, the Hulk with the rocket launcher, right? That fires loads of really little fast rockets at you. They spin you all over the map. You've got the Rocket Devastators blow you all over the map. You've now got the Rocket Scout Walkers blow you all over the map. You just get ragdolled like crazy against the bots, getting hit by the tanks, hit by the Factory Striders, you name it, right? So ragdolls. I think the issue with the ragdolling is you get locked into the ragdoll animation and it feels really janky. You know what I mean? It's not smooth. It's not like, oh, I've been knocked and then I'll come straight back. It's like, I'm in the ragdoll animation mode and now.
Yeah, that is annoying as hell, You just like in that gameplay that we saw in the last video. Yeah. The guy was getting ragdolled all over, even though, like I was saying in that video, the weapons were being more efficient. I mean, not more efficient, but they were efficiently, barely mowing down enemies. Even though it wasn't effective, it was still kind of efficient, So I want to go ahead and move on. Like I said, go ahead and check out the rest of this video from Stylosa. I'm going to have a link to this video in the description. can take a look at it there. I want to go and take a look at what's going on Twitter here. So pretty much, let's go ahead and read this out. This was yesterday. Um, let's see. The fall of Helldivers 2 needs to be taught in game dev conferences for decades to come. It is truly astounding how a company turned their GOTY contender into a desolate wasteland in just 6 months. The first month was truly magical, and we're never getting it back. Wow. Yeah. That's yeah, this is gameplay from the first month that he's showing right here, which was pretty badass. You know, if I do say so myself, it was pretty nice. So look at this flamethrower. Look how it used to look, you know. Like, this is nice. Why can't we go back to this, you know? Like, you know, did you see that the aerial bombardment? Oh man. See, now this is a game right here. This is a game. This is the Helldivers that I want to go back to. Let me see, 39 minutes. Helldivers screwed it up. I'm record time. They blew it all up. Record settings game now struggling to stem the tide of leaving players. Let's not forget what they did to their woke Discord either, banning people, claiming they were politically neutral when their guidebook clearly shows they are not. They took advantage of players who trusted them and laughed in their faces, saying the whole game was a joke on them. Wow. It's very interesting. It's very interesting. Let me go ahead and, oh, no. I don't want to subscribe. What? Why would I subscribe? Come on. Let me follow. I'll follow him as well. Very interesting. Very, very, very interesting. You know. Yeah, so go ahead and leave y'all questions, comments, and concerns in the comments, and let's talk about this. You know, let's talk, and let me know if y'all want to make a community. You know, like we can make a community of discussion. You know, I don't want, you know, just a community to where we're just sorry about that. I don't want a community to where we're just, you know, in a stalemate and we don't have topics and things like that flowing through the community. I want to make a community to where we're actually talking about real life things going on with gaming content, such as Helldivers 2. This is ridiculous. It's, you know, they've just really, it went for the worst instead of actually improving on itself. There's also other games that we're going to be looking at on this channel. Like I said, this is my second video. The last video was my first video. This is my second video for news content, and from here it will only get better. So go ahead and like and subscribe to the video. I'm sorry, not the video. Go ahead and like the video and subscribe to the channel, and we'll be back with another one very soon. And hopefully I'll come back with some good news next time. Y'all take care out there.